not a game, it's a rich thing.
What's up, y'all? It is Tasha. I am back with another video. Thank you so much for stopping into my channel. Please do not forget to like, comment, and hit the subscribe button if you are not already subscribed. If you are new here, welcome. We like to have a good time when it comes to these TV show reviews. So please drop down your comments and tell me your thoughts on this last episode of Love is Blind Season 6. Girl, because 2 out of 3, I was shocked. Okay. I was just completely shocked at what happened, y'all. So let's just jump right into the episode of Love is Blind Season 6. This is episode 12. So it picks up right where the last one left off. Well, y'all know Chelsea and Jimmy was at the little amusement park having a great old time. He had asked her thoughts on how, she felt like she was going to move on decision day. Chelsea says, it's been intense for her. And I said, intense for you, girl? How about the rest of us? Forget Jimmy. How about the rest of us? It's been intense for us dealing with you, ma'am. Okay? But she says right now she can see them getting married and they know how to handle conflict. They've had hard times. I said, but do you know how to handle your liquor, honey? Because it's looking like no. Jimmy tells us that, every day she says things to really make him love her more. He says he just really loves her so much. But then this took a complete 180 and he shocks the hell out of me and says he doesn't want to go to the altar. Y'all, I ain't gonna hold you. At first I thought, oh, he just like pulling her leg. He just trying to be funny. And I think she thought that at first as well, because it was like, how we just have a great date. And then now you telling me you can't go to the altar, that you just can't. Like, we just made this ice sculpture a few days ago. Say, what now, sir? You don't want to go to the where? Oh, so we not having a wedding? Okay, he then talks about her saying that Amy and Johnny was the strongest couple, and she said it multiple times. And then this is when I had to roll my eyes because I'm like, now, Jimmy, you have plenty of other examples and opportunity to use of why you don't want to marry this lady, but you're going to use this out the gate of her saying Amy and Johnny was the strongest couple. They were, and they have shown through this episode that they were the strongest couple. There was no lies detected when we took the lie detector test, sir. Excuse me. Like, that's nothing for you to be mad at, Jimmy. Like, I'm so mad that that's what you chose to go down with. Okay. Well, at first, Chelsea blows up. Of course, she felt like he knew he was going to say no the entire time. He wasted her time. Chelsea, your words are not going to be able to get you out of this. The gaslighting that you use, ma'am, the last time is not going to get you out of this situation. This man says no. And like Cat Williams said, Diddy is going to ask you to party and you got to tell him no. Chelsea is going to ask you to marry her and you got to tell her no. Y'all don't have no sense. She says she has gone through the ringer for him and he is in a safe place to tell her how she really feels about him. Chelsea, you have gone through the ringer for him. If you feel that way, what do you think he's gone through dealing with you, ma'am? Like, I'm gonna need you to have a reality check with yourself because the words that you are saying apply to yourself, ma'am. Okay, you need to take accountability. You need to take ownership of how you have acted throughout this whole time you have been with her. Like, girl, you are so far from being a victim. And I don't know how you thought this was going to play out on TV for you, but it is not playing out in your favor because while most of us probably are not fans of Jimmy, girl, you making him look better than yourself because of how you have behaved. The time you told us that people say you look like Megan Fox, it has been downhill since then, honey. Okay. So now they're getting into a whole argument about, how he's still friends with the girl that he slept with. And he's like, how I told you in confidence. And then you just blurted that out. Like, that's not only, I'm not just saying that to protect myself, but that's not right to put somebody else's business out there on TV for them to potentially be affected by that. And then Johnny goes in, well, you and your ex and friends, y'all text. And then Chelsea is like, we do not. I said we had mutual friends or something, but they don't text. But I was like, girl, you just tell us out your old mouth a couple episodes back that you had no room to talk because you was friends with your ex too? Chelsea, figure out the lie and stick with the lie, and don't bounce back and forth. Because again, it's not looking good out here in these streets for you, girlfriend. Um, I could appreciate Jimmy standing up for himself in this time because, sir, this is what you should have done the last time. When you walked out and you slept at your own apartment, that should have been the end. And this should have been your little mic drop speak situation at that time, sir, because you had all the space and opportunity. But I am happy we are here now, and this is not happening at the altar. Okay. She is still trying to tell him that they not getting married because it is one issue. Chelsea, if you think it's one issue, you have more issues than we thought you did, child. That's all I have to say. But I'm happy we didn't have to go through the ringer of them getting ready for a wedding. You know, her being devastated at the altar of him saying no. Like, I'm happy we didn't have to go through that. The only thing I do agree with that she said is that I think Jimmy knew he didn't really want to marry this girl. Again, the minute those doors open and he realized, oh shoot, she don't look like Megan Fox, and then you saw what Jessica looked like, this whole situation was a wrap since then. Like, so yeah, Jimmy, you shouldn't have wasted this girl time because I don't think you love her like that. So it was then in this moment that I was like, but still, this my Netflix says this episode is an hour and a half. If we are down to two couples, why is this episode an hour and a half? So this is when I decided I'm putting my TV on 1.5 speed because I'm not going to sit here and go through all this rigmarole for two couples. Okay. So now we have two weddings, y'all. The girls have a little bachelorette party. The guys have a bachelor party, if that's what you want to call it. But the girls looking like they having a great time, honey. The guys, they're like a little Boy Scout trip or something. It's really not giving anything, okay? The girls, they talk about, sex at the bachelorette party, how they think their man is going to respond at the altar. Clay tells his friends they really love each other. He has to point out that the sex is good. And I'm like, that's why you held out this long, because we gonna get to that, okay? But whatever, that's Clay for you. So anyway, first wedding that is up is AD and Clay. She shows up at this beautiful ranch. She starts to get ready. They recap their time on the show. Y'all know how they do. Then AD's sister shows up. It's so cute how excited they are for her. Clay shows up with his brothers and his friends. AD's mom show up, child, with her fedora hat on, looking like a little Mary J. Blige walking through there. She tells them that she met Clay's mom. She said they had a really great time together. Her mom is like, that's who I would have picked to be your mother-in-law, because Clay mama, I'm your mom, so I have great things to say about you, but to hear somebody else say great things about my daughter, it just really made me feel some kind of way. AD says Clay can protect and provide, so she knows he's going to be a great husband and father. How you know that in just a matter of weeks, child? I don't know, but I'm not here to bust nobody's love bubble, okay? So Clay says he has become the guy that he is now throughout this whole process. He's being more emotional. He's more transparent. He's more empathetic. He gets, his friend gives him some really great words of wisdom. And at this point, I said, I hope if he says yes, that he treats her right. Now let's move on. We finally get to see Clay's cheating ass daddy. Okay. He helps him get his little jacket on. And at this point, I'm like, we need a whole separate TV show about the daddy, because daddy, I need you to explain yourself. What have you taught your son about your own mistakes? Because it only seems that your son has PTSD from everything that you exposed him to while you was married to his mama. They talk about his daddy running track and how he lived through Clay because Clay ran track. That's not what we want to know. We want to know why you kept cheating on his mama, and why was you taking this boy on your cheating escapades? Like, forget all this sports stuff. This is the tea we want to know from you, okay? Like, you need to tell us that. His dad tells us that his father wasn't present, but his mother was, and his mother told him when he got married to treat his wife well and to be a good father. Well, sir, did you treat your wife well? Because I don't think you did. I don't think you took your mother's advice to treat your wife well, okay? I don't really understand if his daddy is trying to give him words of wisdom in this moment. Like, I really don't understand the point of him kind of telling him these stories, because you could not stand up to be a good husband. So how are you then going to pour whatever this is you're trying to pour into your son? Like, I'm not saying because his daddy cheated that he's a bad father, but you have definitely damaged your son. I don't know if you damaged all of them, but you have damaged Clay, and you wasn't a good example of what a husband should be, is where I'm just going to leave that at, okay? So AD finishes getting ready. She gets her dress on. She looks amazing. I would have loved for this to be a reception dress. Like, to me, this isn't a ceremony dress. But baby, if you would have popped out with this at the reception, showed him a little leg, little thigh action, I'm here for it, okay? But her mom gives her some words of wisdom. Y'all know we love AD's mama, and tells her that they're all there to support her, and it is now time to get this show on the road. But she's like in her confessionals, like, me and Clay, we have fought for each other. We fighting for this. And I'm like, what have y'all fought? Have y'all been knucking and bucking? Because I don't understand what y'all have gone through that y'all been fighting for this. Did some of this stuff just get X'd out of our viewing pleasures? Because I didn't see y'all have no arguments that y'all had to overcome stuff like Jimmy and Chelsea. Please let us know. Anywho, Clay is being walked down the aisle by his mom. We see the bridesmaids and the groomsmen walk down. The flower girls come in, and now it is AD's turn. She's walking down alone because, of course, her dad has passed away. They both smile the entire time she's walking down. They both have a little bit of nerves, but also they seem relaxed at the same time and still are being, their silly, goofy selves. Clay gives his vows, thanks her for her patience because he understands he is a lot. But they have been, authentic and open with each other, and it just shows that they are a fantastic team. She tells him that, her life has never been the same since they connected in the pods. And I said, okay, AD, you always got laid on just a smidge too thick, okay, just a little bit. But she thinks he's a powerful man. She sees things in him that he does not see in himself. And she is proud of him and always will be his biggest fan. All right, now let's get this party started. The officiant asks AD if she will be wedded to Clay. She says, I do. And now it's Clay's turn. He says he doesn't think it's responsible for him to say, I do. I say, yeah, because you're going to cheat. You know, that cheating gene your daddy passed down to you that you think is hereditary. That's why it's not responsible for you to say, I do. He says that he wants to put in the work, but he knows he isn't ready for marriage. Why did you come here and waste our time? The premise of the show is to meet somebody sight unseen, fall in love with them, propose to them, and get married. Why did you waste our time if you knew you was not ready to get married, Clay? That's the whole end goal of the show, is to get married. You want to just come in here for a good time. I see that. He says that he knows she will fight. And I'm like, why would she? She's already told you she's fine with you saying no at the altar, but that is it. She's not going to date you past that if you say no. What didn't you get about that? You thought because you was a little cute in the face that she would completely forget and ignore that she said that, Clay? Like, I don't know what you really expect to happen. You break her heart, and it's like you expected her to be like, but baby, but I still love you. And, I know we can work through this, and I'm going to be better for you. I just can appreciate the fact that he did it now and he didn't cheat on her for 15 years like his daddy did. Okay. So AD is pissed, as she should. She says that he wasted her time. And I said, and did, to my TV screen, y'all. She just says she's so confused. Like, she is crying. She is shaking. She just needs some time to herself. She can't even believe what has just happened. But y'all see how once he said that, and she was ready to leave the altar, you saw her mama and her sisters jump right into action. Like, we ready? Is we ready to go? Okay, like Clay was cool just a few minutes ago, but right now, say the word, sis, and we will give him all the smoke you want us to give him. Okay, I like them sisters and that mama. Okay, I like it. But his mom talks to him. He tells him that if his heart isn't 100% sure, he should never cross that line. And I agree with her. But ma'am, you should be asking him why he led that girl on like that. Because it would be different if It was some other reason as to why he said no, but for him to say he is not ready for marriage, that's not an epiphany you just had at the altar. You already knew you were not ready for marriage, sir. And you played with this girl like you was going to actually marry her. You played in her face. Clay, to me, he doesn't seem like he's even fazed by what he just did. I don't know if this is the front he's putting on. I don't know if he truly is unfazed, but I'm concerned either way that he can act like he did not just do this to AD. He said what they had wasn't enough for him to get married, and he wasn't deeply in love with her. Did you tell her that, Clay? Because I think if you would have said all these things to AD prior to today, she probably would have called it off, and y'all probably would not have even made it to the altar. But you kept telling her, "I love you, baby. Oh, I can't wait to do this, baby. Oh, we gonna be great, baby. We look good together, baby." You kept doing all this other stuff, knowing good and damn well you did not want to marry her. He goes to talk to her. She said, and he says he was struggling the whole time. When did you say you were struggling the whole time, Clay? Huh? When? Just when you were at the altar just now, or throughout the whole process? Huh? He says it was a game time decision for him, and he couldn't make that decision today, and he could not be a husband right now. You can't be a husband until you get good therapy under your belt. So you need to be not entertaining no women for the next couple years while you get your act together, sir. He says he isn't rejecting her, and then he asks for a hug, and she says yes. The way I would have told Clay to kiss my ass in this moment and get out of my face, girl, AD is better than me. But now he says he'll put in the work, he'll go to therapy. You should have did that before you even signed up for this show. I don't care if these people dropped in your DMs or what, but you should have said no, thank you. Now is not the good time. Now is not the best time. His mom, we didn't see his mom talk to his dad. And she tells him that he needs to talk to Clay and explain and apologize what Clay saw growing up with him being a husband and how he exposed Clay to things that he should have never seen. And he took all of that to the altar. I said, Mama, you better talk. I don't care that y'all divorced tonight. You better talk and tell this man what he needs to do, okay? Because I have said that ever since AD Mama was trying to do all that pouring into Clay, I said, this needs to come from Clay's parents, okay? This needs to come from them and not her. His dad tears up and he's like, I didn't have the best role models of my life. Boy, bye. Y'all, at this point, I'm sorry, I don't see that as an excuse. Even if you don't have any successful examples of somebody showing you how to be a husband, it is the year of 2024. There are plenty of resources out here for you to utilize if you truly want to be a good husband. And the bottom line is, you know right from wrong. You know it. You knew cheating was wrong, but you still did it. And your excuse cannot be that you did not have a good role model, because role model or not, cheating is wrong. And you are well aware of cheating being wrong, sir. Like, you need to stop. His mom talks about the things that Clay shared that she just found out by him doing this process. And Clay is bringing all of that into his relationship. His dad is like, well, maybe, he'll meet someone, great like you, like I met you, like his mama. And she says, yeah, you met me, but you weren't good to me. And that's how you get it done, mama. That's how you get it done. That little nice, nasty way of don't come trying to butter me up when you did me wrong, sir. That's not what we finna do, okay? So, AD is, wasting her time. She says she felt like Clay wasted her time, and she felt like he used her to learn more about himself. So basically, she's like, Mrs. Fixer Upper, let me fix you up and get you all cleaned up for the next girl that's going to benefit from all of this that I've done for you. But AD, I got to come at you a little bit, child, because you say in the very beginning, you was Miss Fix-A-Hope, that's just what you do. And you fell into the same thing that you always do. You saw the red flags, you painted your nails red. In this scenario, The bottom of your red bottom shoes is red like the red flags that Clay was throwing at you. You have to get a better picker, ma'am. You have to pick better. You can't pick the same type of man and expecting a different result. That's not how this works, honey. But I feel bad for her. She looks completely heartbroken. Um, Again, I'm just thankful she did not have to go through years of Clay putting her through the ringer, cheating on her, and whatever else for her to get to this moment. It's going to be easier for you to bounce back now than this man do years of damage to you, and then you have to then recover from all of that. So I feel bad for you, AD girl, but it's all for your good in the end. All right. So now we go on to Amy and Johnny's wedding. And child, at this point, if these two don't get married, we can throw away the whole show. The whole show can go to hell, because if these two don't get married, I just don't even know what to do at this point. But they go through the recap of Amy and Johnny. Her family and friends show up for her, and it's so cute that one of Johnny's sisters is actually Amy's bridesmaid. And I'm thinking now it will really be a little bit awkward if, they both don't say I do, but one of his sisters standing on her side. His family and friends show up as he's entering his little groom suite. He tells them all the great things he loves about Amy. Everyone is just so supportive of them. And it's really the same going on in Amy's suite as she's getting her makeup and stuff done. Everyone is getting ready. I was disappointed that Johnny didn't listen to me and cut his hair. But Amy's parents show up. It's so cute that as her family and Johnny's family are like interacting with each other, they just seem to bond and connect so seamlessly that it's just like, I need y'all to work. This just seems like the perfect pair. I need y'all to work out, okay? So Johnny's parents show up. They give him some final encouraging words. His dad tells him that marriage is the most fun and the most hard work you will ever have. But of course, they are supportive to him. And I'm like, Johnny and Amy, y'all family is all right with me. I ain't got nothing to say. Y'all families are A1. They are all right with me. So we see Amy is all dressed. I don't think her dress fit very well on her. It just aged her a little bit, but that's neither here nor there because I love Amy, so I'm going to give her a pass. But now it is time for this show to get started. The officiant is the fiance of one of Johnny's sisters, which I thought was a cute touch. All the guests walk in. He is walked down the aisle by his mom. The bridal party walks in, and then Amy walks down the aisle with her dad and her brother anchoring both sides of her. I thought it was so cute because we all know how important her brother is to her. She told us in the pods. So it was so cute to see him walking her down the aisle along with her dad. The wedding gets started. They honor family members who are no longer with us. Amy shares how she really loves Johnny's soul. But I peeped that we didn't hear Johnny's vows. Like, why y'all didn't let Johnny shine? Okay, because I want to hear what he had to say about Amy. Like, Netflix, fix that. Don't do that. But Amy is asked first if she wants to be married to Johnny. She says yes. And then Johnny is asked. He says, I do as well. The crowd cheers. Everyone is so happy. And as they were walking out, I noticed the cutest thing where they had an artist there painting in real time the backdrop and everything, and them turning around, the moment they have been announced husband and wife. It was that photo captured. So instead of an actual picture, it was a painting. I was like, this is so cute. When I get married again, I'm going to do that. That was so cute. So out of the five couples, we have one actual couple that got married, y'all. So that's a 20% success rate this season. That ain't great in my opinion, but at least the couple that we did see make it, like we knew they was going to make it from the very beginning, okay? As they wrap up the episode, we go back to Clay. He tells us that he really wants love and he wants to be married. And now he feels stupid and he just didn't understand the magnitude of the situation. As soon as I was about to give Clay the benefit of the doubt and him saying, he really want to be married, he just don't know how to be married or be a husband quite yet because he needs to do work on himself. He says he didn't understand the magnitude of the situation. Did you think marriage is for play? You think when y'all filled out the marriage license, all that was for play, sir? It's for better or for worse. It's till death do us part in the grand scheme of things. That's how it should be. And you didn't understand the magnitude of that. Oh gosh. 80 tells us that her heart is broken and she says she is done. She will not continue to date him and she will continue to just wait for it to be her turn. At the end, Amy and Johnny are at their receptions getting it in. Her daddy makes a lovely speech and the family really just, they fall into place like Amy and Johnny have dated for years and now they have finally get married. So I'm like, although the season was drama filled. Even what we have gotten on the internet these past couple of weeks have been drama filled with this cast. I am happy that we at least got one solid relationship. I truly hope they are still together and they will have a happy, healthy marriage because they just really seem like they love each other and they came in for the right things, y'all. But I guess we will see come reunion time next week. So I'll be back for one more review for Love is Blind season 6. I really hope everybody shows up to the reunion, and I really hope, for the love of God, I know Nick and Vanessa are going to be there as the host. I just have lost hope that they will be fired, but I really hope they ask the questions that we all need the answers to this time. And it's not just a pointless reunion, but we will see. Let me know how y'all felt about this episode. Were y'all shocked like I was? I just not shocked at Jimmy and Chelsea, but AD and Clay, like I thought they would get married. I thought they wouldn't be together anymore by the time the reunion came around. But I thought at the altar they would both had said yes. But honey, show me, huh? I was wrong. But let me know what y'all thought down below. Let's chat it up in the comments and I'll catch y'all next time.